Well, we're over 600 days into this Rwanda farce. 600 days where the government had promised us that people who crossed the English Channel illegally in dinghies would be sent to Rwanda. We've spent hundreds of millions of pounds. Not a single flight has gone. Not one person has gone. And as we go on through this internecine warfare within the Conservative Party, I wonder legally, frankly, all the while we're signed up to the European Convention on Human Rights, to various conventions with the United Nations, frankly, whether any of it is worth a row of beans. I'm joined by immigration lawyer Paul Turner. Paul, welcome back onto the programme. I wonder, with your legal hat on, whether you're somewhat bemused looking at these debates that are going on in the House of Commons. I mean, ultimately, it seems unlikely to me that a Rishi Sunak government is going to ignore the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg.
Well, I would agree, and they had the opportunity, I think it's been put to Mr Sunak, as to whether he would actually be as bold as to say he's going to ignore any Rule 39 injunctions, and he has, how should we put it, not answered the question directly, but said that he's kicked down the road. Now, that might be the usual Sunak kicking it down the road, as in he's frightened to say one thing or the other. As it stands at the moment, I mean, I don't agree with the bill, as you probably haven't understood during our previous discussions, but the amendment's probably the Conservatives' last best hope at actually getting any flights off the ground. And as we've seen, they've been rejected by Parliament. The amendments I don't agree with would have stripped the ECHR of any ability to stop the flight. The bill itself, as it stands, preserves under Clause 3 the ability for the UK courts to say that the bill is incompatible with human rights, and Clause 4 allows individuals the right to go to Strasbourg and to make their case in Strasbourg. And at present, the UK tends to follow the judgments of the European Court of Human Rights. So it is easy to see, and if one looks at the UNHCR's most recent report, they've said, yes, we've looked at what's gone on, but quite frankly, nothing's changed on the ground in Rwanda. And according to the UNHCR, and we'll be aware of the weight that the Supreme Court put on the UNHCR's findings, they find that the bill as it now stands is still in breach of the UK's international obligations, which doesn't take a genius to work out, would mean that notwithstanding no domestic challenges being possible, that individuals will go to the ECHR, and nothing has changed on the ground in Rwanda, the ECHR are likely to say that removal is unlawful. So in short, the chances of flights taking off before the spring are minimal.
I'd have thought actually the chances of any flights taking off, the chances, Paul, of any flights taking off before the next general election look pretty slim, don't they?
I think that there's a greater chance of Rishi Sunak being voted back as the Prime Minister. That's likely to happen before anybody is removed from Rwanda. And I don't think anyone is going to be removed from Rwanda. And I think the next government are likely to kick this into the long grass where it belongs.
OK, Paul, you couldn't have put it more clearly. We're whistling in the wind. Thank you very much indeed.